Hey everybody, happy Saturday. This is Saturday Solutions. You are at Katie Moonchild's World and I'm Katie. I welcome you with open arms. This is a card reading that is non-political. It is for entertainment purposes only. We're here to have a good time and maybe hopefully find a little inspiration to keep us going in the next week and the days ahead. We're going to look at where we are right now. We're going to look at where we want to go. And we want to look how to get there. And what does the horizon line look like? What's our awareness to get from one area to the next? So anyway, I will explain to you the different positions of the different cards as I go along, and the decks that they come from, and the authors of the decks. Excuse me and forgive me if I really butcher the names. I'm terrible at that, but I love your decks. So I talk about them and use them. Thank you very, very much. Now, to my subscribers, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming back. And to those of you who are new, I hope you like it. I hope you decide you want to come back. And if you do, please subscribe. Either way, the best way you can help me support my channel is giving me a like. And if you liked it, if you feel so kind as to make a comment, I really love reading the comments. Even if it's just a comment that says, hey, hey, Katie. I love hey, Katies. So anyway, without ado, let's get started on this. As you can tell, I woke up in a great mood today. Spirit has a big message for us. But my vibe is really high. So, hey, let's start. We'll start with this position right here. This is the Mystical Shaman deck by Colette Baron-Reid. It is in our sunset position. Okay? This is where we are currently. This is also our past. Let's take a look at that. Where are we currently? Oh, again. I was afraid. I knew this was going to come out again. We got this card several weeks ago, I guess now, talking about breaking the curse, and that it was our curse that we had planted on ourselves. That card was in the reverse. This card, however, being right side up, is saying we have been cursed. I think as light workers, that's a message to us. We haven't been shining our light as bright as we can and as bright as we need to, because for so long in the past, we've had to watch what we say, watch what we do, because it could be our demise if we didn't. So I think a lot of people who have been feeling like their voice, and it's really interesting, because those who preach and tout freedom of speech, my freedom of speech, my right to freedom of speech, are the ones who are taking away most of the rest of our rights. And at the top of the list of that is freedom of press and our freedom of speech. It's time we stand on our soapbox and counter the ridiculous. And that is, as a light worker, our job. It is our reason for being, is to counteract low energy. You cannot eliminate it, because we wouldn't exist then. For you cannot have light without darkness. They have to exist in harmony. One cannot be in power, dominating all the time. And the one that it's dominating has to do differently. There has to be a healing going on in this new moon. I think the new moon is going to be bringing in a healing. That's Monday, you guys. Monday. Tomorrow. Actually, you can start it tonight. The new moon. Because it's several nights in a row this month, which is kind of fascinating. This card is talking about conflict. It's talking about change. And it's talking about instability. This is what we are feeling. I don't know about you, but I've been feeling a real heaviness in the air around me. Like with some people, there's a calmness, a desperate calmness. And with others, there's a panicked fear, which causes them to overreact. And there's not a lot of in the middle. Not a lot of bridging the divide between the two. So we have conflict. And it makes our society, our lives, even our own spiritual journeys, very unstable. Okay, it causes turmoil. It brings in the turmoil here. See time down here? Yeah. So of course change has to happen. Change alone, when it first comes in, brings instability, causes instability, especially if what was old and no longer needed or used was not released. That's what we were supposed to be doing while we had the curse of the hand across our mouth. It cannot change what we see. How it's assimilated is up to us. And what we choose to follow and believe. Is that a curse or is that a blessing? Social media plays up what you choose to believe. Sometimes it's good to hear what you don't believe, because it makes you stronger and reinforces the reasons why you believe what you believe. Okay? Where do we want to be? What is our goal in this? This is the Mystical Shaman deck. I'm sorry. That was the Mystical Shaman deck. This is the Shamanic Dreams, Shaman's Dream deck. I always want to say Shamanic Dreams. It's the Shaman's Dream deck, also by Colette Baron Reed. All four of these cards right here are by her, okay? In case I messed that up. Oh, look what we get. This is our sunrise. This is our future. This is what we're striving for. This is where we want to be. This is what we're looking for tomorrow when the light shines on us, when the sun comes up with its warmth. It's funny. This particular kind of mushroom, I live in a very, very, very dry climate. But we've had a lot of those every time it rains this year. These little puffball mushrooms. I've had a lot of visitors apparently, because that is the galactic mushroom. That's reminding you that you are a part of the divine matrix. You are connected to it. You are in that mushroom. You do spread the spores as well. See this right here? Those little ball mushrooms that kind of look like a deer scat. I was trying to think of that word because I really didn't want to say poop. Anyway, or rabbit droppings, those little rabbit balls. Anyway, that's a mushroom. Did you see your face in there? You see your face in there? This card is all about harmony, it's about cooperation, and it's about healing. And it's really interesting that it's a mushroom for a healing card. Considering they're studying it like crazy, because microdosing it supposedly is supposed to be very healing. It's a plant medicine. Original medicine, y'all. Medicine came from plants. That's all we knew originally, was what plant to do for what. Take this plant for a headache, this plant for a cough. Make this into a tea to help your digestion. This is where we want to be. All the knowledge that's in the divine matrix, being connected to it, being in it, being a part of it. Even if you are one of those little spores in one galactic mushroom. Look, that mushroom's covered with those spores. There's billions of them there. So that's our support system. There's a lot of us, these light workers, us light workers who have been stifled and told to shut up and that we were evil and that we're crazy and we are woke. We are woke. Yeah, we are. Okay. And until you can show me exactly how that is bad, I'm not even going to talk to you about it. So anyway, this is where we want to be. We want to be in this, connected to the divine matrix. We want to be able to see that pathway. Am I not right? Isn't that where you want to be? I know it's where I want to be. And I want to be in harmony. And I want to be in healing. And see all the green? All that green and healing. So how do we get from being stifled and afraid to open our mouths to feeling free and floating in the divine matrix, a part of the collective. Sometimes my tongue just doesn't, it takes off on its own path. Speaking of paths, we need a map on how to get there. This is the Enchanted Map Deck by Colette Baron Reid. And we get the Field of Dreams card. This is all about newness. You know, we're in summer where we have flowers blooming and birds are laying their eggs and hatching their babies. All the flying creatures are out of hibernation and are flitting around enjoying their lives. All is well in the field of dreams. What are your dreams? Don't let them go. Work towards them. Listen to that chakra. Your soul star chakra. It's the one that's just above your head. Pardon me. You have more than just the chakras in that go from your in your body up to the top of your head, they go below your feet. There's one below your feet, and then there's several more above your head. Well, I believe there's more than one below your feet. Anyway, you have more than the typical chakras that most people know about. This card has to do here. It's all about expression. How do you express yourself? You have to do it in a way that shows how you have grown. You know, what we've been through as light workers, I mean, just everybody, you know, as a whole, as a planet, what we've been through the last 3 years, 4 years, 3.5 years, since the pandemic hit, has changed every single person. And we are just trying to find our way on how to work together with this new reality, this new matrix we are connected to. So this card is saying, hang on to your dreams and you will get and reach everything that's new. Look at all these eggs. They even go clear out here, way off in the distance. It's a really pretty card. Let's see. Yeah, light of the divine comes in little bits and pieces. It's up to us to gather them. And if that means going to a field of flowers in your dreams, where the fairies hang out and sit on eggs, go there. Go there. Go there openly and willingly. Participate. Dive in. And then when you wake up, write it down. Pardon me. Okay, this card is our awareness of the horizon. Holy cow! 3 weeks in a row. Our horizon is community. Whether you reach out to community or whether community reaches out to you, whether you make yourself available by speaking your beliefs, that way you find and create your own community. They will support your back because they're connected to the same area in the divine matrix that you are, and you didn't know it because you were being quiet and not talking about what you believe. Once you start talking about what you believe, it's amazing how seriously you'd start building your own community around you. People with like minds, people who think like you, who agree with you. They want to hang out with you. They want to listen to what you have to say. Believe me, blows my mind, but here I am on YouTube and you all are listening to what I have to say here. You're my community. You're my family. You all mean everything to me. It's been my dream, my whole life, to have this kind of a reach and this kind of a connection to people. You'll notice I haven't pointed out the numbers on the cards, but I've been telling you what the numbers mean. On this one, I'm pointing it out to you because it's also, turn it on its side, and it's the symbol for infinity. This is the number 8, you guys. Oh, you can't even see that. It's so small. It's the number 8. Look at the community card. Isn't that beautiful? Look at all the different factions in that community, but they all get along really well, and they're all there to take care of each other, and they're watching out for the young and the old. And you notice the birds, those birds are parrots. What are parrots really good at? Being loud and sounding the alarm. And the hut that, look at the face, the hut that the giraffe is in the community where everyone loves you. It's unconditional. That kind of love is completely blind. And it's the kind of love we all are looking for. I am just looking at my fingernails. I am so sorry. Wow. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Working in the garden again. And black on my finger. That is pigment from art. Anyway, apparently we have got a massive chakra blocked because we want to be a part of this divine matrix, an active part of it, but we're scared to speak. We only do it in our dreams because we don't have a community, and we don't have a community because we don't speak. The thing is, what this is saying about the awareness is you do have a community, whether you speak or not. And it is the community of your dreams because you are the divine matrix. You're not just a part of it. You create where you are. You create this life. You create your community. That's your accomplishment. That is your action. And that is your mastery. You've been watching silently now for quite some time. What you have learned by those observations from all three of your eyes has been processed through your dreams to help you build a community that is built on unconditional love in your divine matrix, your creation. So obviously, do you understand that? If you don't, there's a chakra blocked. Let's find out what it is. This is the Prism Oracle card. Ideation. Are you limiting yourself and your ideas, saying, oh, that's crazy? Oh, don't ever say that. Don't play those kind of tapes to yourself. You couldn't be more wrong. You could not be more wrong. This card I'm sorry, I'm looking in the book. I don't use these very often, so I want to make sure I get you the message right. Ideation, orange. How are you with your ideas? Do you hold back those ideas? Why is that coming up under yellow? No. What is going on here? Anyway, it's your root chakra. It's your foundation. What do you do with your ideas? You write them down. Do you say, oh, that's a great idea, I'll have to try that one of these days, and then you never think of it again? This is telling you to write it down. Write it down so you don't forget it. It's also the passion center of you. It's really weird how I don't know where that card is in this book. You know, I want you to also think of something as I'm looking through this deck, looking through this book. The new moon is Monday. This does have to do with your foundation. It has to do with your ideas and ideation. I want you to ask yourself these things on Monday, please. If you need to pause to write them down, I want you to do this and then write your answers down. And I want you to go through and look at those answers for the next 2 weeks. Your question, what I'm asking you, what I'm saying to you, and what the answers are. Okay? First one I want you to ask yourself is, what should your new moon intention be? This is something in your life that maybe you want to change for the next 2 weeks, or something you want to add to your life for the next 2 weeks. Then I want you to write down why. Why is that your intention? Okay? Then I want you to figure out the best way that you can incorporate this intention, into your life every single day. So that means you got to read this every day. So write it on a piece of paper, write it in a notebook. Hey, write it in your dreams journal. Something where you can access it quickly when you wake up in the morning. How can you best incorporate this intention into your life? Then, what is the outcome or the lesson for this phase, for this new moon? And you may not be able to answer number 4 till it's time for the full moon. Okay? That's powerful. I promise you, you do that, you'll get your root chakra will be back humming in with your intentions. That's your foundation. Everything is about intention. Intention and unconditional love are everything in this universe, in this matrix, and in this life. Okay, so, I got this all really clear. I don't think I need any clarifier cards this week. Good thing. Because we're already getting kind of long, and I'm not even halfway through. Yes, I am. Anyway, Gaia, what's your message for us? This is the Earthcraft Oracle I'm looking at the book. Because I always forget. Yes, by Juliet Diaz and Lorraine Anderson. Oh, speaking of, looky here. So this is the valley position. This is the south. This is the lowest position. But this is the foundation of all of the rest of this. Look what we get. The spirit of the south in the south. What are your intentions? Build on what gives you passion and fire. There you will find your purpose. You will find fulfillment. and you will find abundance. Gaia's got it all. She provides it all for you. It is you that has to understand the greatness that is this planet we live on. That she reaches out to us. That she provides everything that we need to survive. From the fire that keeps us warm to the fire in her core. It is all an extension. It is all a part of the collective and the divine matrix that you are creating. But understand, you do not have respect and reverence for the fire in the core and the fire she gives us. It is one of the most destructive powers on the face of the earth. There's only one thing that stops it. And that is the most powerful energy on the earth. And that's water. Both are of flow. Fire being one of the elements, keeps us warm, it cooks our food, it gives us passion and keeps us going. That is the true spirit of the South. The passion to keep going. Don't give up. It might be hard. And if you're the only person that you know that does everything you can to make your carbon footprint smaller, do it. Because you're doing it personally for her. It has nothing to do with anybody else. And as long as we have that attitude, each one of us individually has that attitude that I'm going to do whatever I personally can do, my little ant self on this planet, to make my surroundings on this planet better for her, better for me, and better for everything that's around me. So, my friends, what message does the ancestors, and the angels have? It's an ancestral message. It's about spring, and it's a new moon message, boy. Perfect time to plant seeds. Perfect time for change. Perfect time for new things. Springtime. Speaking of prolificness, rabbits. Yeah. They go through life without abandon because they know they're at the bottom of the food chain, and if they don't, they may not have another second to be able to do that. Because an eagle might drop out of the sky, and that's that. This card is also telling you and telling us to be careful of the seeds that you plant when you speak. Watch your tone, make sure it's kind, not condescending or judgmental. You want to put those aspects of mankind to sleep. Being condescending, judgmental, and divisive. You know, if you take a seed and you split it in half, neither half is going to grow. You can water it, put it in the best soil, fertilize it, water it, give it the best light, and it'll just rot. Because it has to have both sides to grow. We have two plants here. This rabbit would love to eat this plant, but you know what's interesting? There's certain plants that rabbits love and certain plants they stay completely away from. The rabbit knows what is nurturing and what is destructive, because its life is fast and short and passionate. When you have your root chakra stable, your passion comes forward. It burns like a fire in you. It grows, and it helps you plant seeds by what you say, how you act, how you treat other people. You know, we can go around saying, be kind to one another, be kind to one another, be kind to one another, and then be in our ego and go, yeah, but I don't have to be kind to you because you're not my caliber. What are you doing? What are you doing? What kind of seeds are you planting? Is that a seed of, come on, let's do this together? Or is that a seed of, get away from me? I'll do it by myself. Or you can do it by yourself. Pull yourself up by your boot straps. I hate that saying. Not everybody has boots. Not everybody knows how to pull themselves up when they fall. And every single one of us needs community when we fall. And we don't reach out because we're afraid of the divisiveness that seems to be permeating this world right now. It's okay that that's there. Know it's there. You can deal with it. It is there. So you learn to deal with it. So you learn to heal and come back together. End the divisiveness. Okay, Spirit. I see up here we got 3 cards from you for our general message. One of them is a moon card. We'll do it last. The first one I want to do is from the Morning Spirit Oracle deck by Shining Hawk Healing. This card is telling us to listen. Listen. How do you bridge the gap to heal? What's out there? How do you heal the divisiveness? You do it by listening, not just to each other, but to strangers. Listen to your heart. Listen to your spirit team. Listen. There's so much more to this world, this walk, than just what you see with your eyeballs or what you just hear with your ears. So much more. There's a whole world out there that we used to think is, the nothingness, that we now know is full of stuff that because we don't notice it because that stuff just goes right through us. This is the latest quantum physics, quantum mechanics concept. It's been mathematically proven to be true. Listen. Listen. You will hear the divine. It may not be exactly word for word what someone is saying, but maybe in a few words that this person says that connects with something somebody else said 2 hours prior, which will connect to something someone else is going to say to you in the future. Listen. Quit trying to figure out what you're going to say next. When you are trying to be all absorbed in what you're trying to say next to make your point of what you just said, you're living in the past, present, and future all at the same time. because you're worried about what you just said. You're acting in a particular way. In the future, you're acting in the particular way right now so that because you're afraid that it's going to affect your future. And you're in the future. So your head is in all three places. And when your head is doing that, how well do you listen to all three of those? I just gave you the definition of the third dimension, what it's like to be in a third dimension. When you're in the third dimension like we are, you're living in the past, present, and future all at the same time. All dimensions happen on top of each other concurrently. Not concurrently, simultaneously. Sorry. So listen, it's really important when someone's speaking to you. Really hear what they're saying. Listen to them with your heart, not just your head. Look at them through your third eye, not your eyeballs. Okay? Next thing, this is the crystallary deck. And it's telling us crystal that you might want to carry with you this week. So that wow, and we had this being a little bit intimidable, become intimidable. We had that last week as well. It's celestial quartz. Put that card right there. Move over, bunny rabbit. Celestial quartz. Let me tell you about celestial quartz. It is the only thing, it is clear quartz. Oh, it's not. I apologize. I'm reading to you clear quartz. Celestial. There it is. Yeah. Celestial quartz. It is a Mohs hardness of 7. That's on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the hardest, being diamonds. Deep in the heart of the earth, celestial forms, layer by layer. Perhaps in the distant past of her beginnings, she was a regular quartz. But after centuries of responding to ever-present change in temperature, moisture, and even shifting of the tectonic plates, she has flowed and morphed into unexpected shapes and textures. If we allow it, this is what life does to each of us, building our unique knowledge and wisdom until we become celestial ourself. Allow the world to touch you. This grandmother stone whispers, grow into your own intimidable self. Wisdom is a byproduct of your own becoming. You're strong and you don't know it. I mean, okay, those are like Stonehenge, right? When you say, this is how long you have walked this earth, how many times you have learned the lessons to get you to this point. You deserve more than just a pat on the back, let me tell you. You deserve a hug, a congratulations, a pat on the back, and a yeah but. A yeah, but you're not done. You have a long ways to go yet. Change is just starting. And that's what comes with a new moon. This card is from Moon Magic Deck by Stacy DeMarco, Deep Moon Messages. And when I pulled the card earlier, I got this card. Look at, she's standing in power. I will persist. I will. My will is strong. This is tonight. Wow. This is the moon. I believe tonight is a waxing gaseous moon in the 4th, because that's just before the new moon. I will persist. My will is strong. That's all about the divine matrix and what's happening in the divine matrix, your part in it, your divine matrix. It's your creation. That's why you will persist and you will be strong. Thank you, Spirit, so very much. Thank you, everybody. This card reading has gone long enough. We need one more card to send us on our way, please. Give us the Therapests. We get this one a lot, too. And it's funny. I knew this was what it was. I shuffled several times, and I got this card every time I shuffled. I think there's a message there. Trying your best is all that matters. And the rest will fall into place. When you're doing the very best that you can, you're listening, you're speaking with intention and kindness, you break that curse, you can show your true colors. I mean, look at this cute little cuttlefish, they flash all kinds of colors. You have the spirit of the South, and you're planting good seeds of springtime, of new beginnings, of the dream of new beginnings of community, of a joined community and not one that is divided, because we are listening, and our existence is celestial. And yeah, been here a long time, but it's changes, and that's why it makes changes. Societies that don't make changes become obsolete. Look at Rome. Look at the Roman Empire. Look at the Greeks. Look at the Egyptians. Kind of interesting. They all kind of existed right about the same time there, and they all kind of disappeared right about the same time. Didn't really disappear, but they did. They got conquered. Everything changed for them. Be prepared for change. This whole reading is telling you the curse is being broken. You're a part of the divine matrix to come, and our dream is to stand in this field of dreams, not be afraid, build our own individual communities by planting seeds of love that is unconditional and healing in kind. Because we're doing everything that we can to do our very best, to not hurt anyone, to do what is best for everybody that we can. And that's all that matters. You do that, all the rest of this stuff will fall into place, because that's your passion. It's our passion is to improve ourselves. And as long I heard today, as long as we as souls work hard to improve ourselves, we bring the rest of humanity with us. I thank you very much, everybody. Be kind to one another. Have a terrific weekend, what's left of it. And hey, we've got this. We've got this. Reach out to one another when you're feeling unstable and kind of wary. Listen to what you're being told. Listen to what others are telling each other. And then speak. Because when you speak, it will be deliberate and strong. Because you've been here before, you will persist and you will be strong. Look where you've come from. Look how far you've come in your life. That is a knowledge and an experience that needs to be shared with everyone. We could all benefit from it. So don't hold it back. Thank you. Be kind to yourself. When your body is going, oh, I can't do this anymore, then rest. Take a break. Go back to nature. Find a meditation. Just be kind to yourself. Go sit in the bubble bath. Or hey, do like me. I go sit under the moonlight or under the stars. It's warm. It's like 90 degrees here in the middle at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Oh, it's hotter than that at 9. At midnight, it's 90 degrees here. So I can sit out in my little soaking tub and enjoy it. I wish you joy, love, and laughter this week. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye now.